So here we have Teddy. We are going to be doing Teddy's go home video. So it's going to have all of his commands in this one video. So I'm going to show you how we do them. That way when he comes home to you guys, you can have this video to refer to. That way you can only look back on one video and have all the commands in one video. So I have treats in my pocket right here. As you can see, he smells them. So he wants them. Come. So I'm going to take that treat, I'm going to toss it in the kennel. This video is going to be his kennel and weight, if I didn't disclose that. Kennel. Good boy. Weight. Okay. Yes, good boy. Good boy. Kennel. And you may not always want to use treats going in the kennel, but you can use, make sure this is kind of centered. You can use toys, just pointing into the kennel and telling the kennel, wait. Okay. At nighttime, since you just emptied their tank before going night, sometimes you don't want to give them treats because you don't want to fill that tank back up. So you can use a toy to get them in there, kennel. You don't always have to use treats. And then the wait command is very versatile, so you can use it for the kennel, going through doorways, going in and out of the car, walking in the store, things like that. It's really nice. Wait. Okay. Good boy. It's really nice to have in their list of commands. Kennel. Kennel. I'm going to wait it out. Come in. Here, you want to come in? Let me get a toy. Maybe he wants to go in after the toy. No. Don't paw me. That's not nice. Get him excited for the toy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy, Tito. Good boy. So I'm going to give him lots of praise. And we are still working with both names. So I'm using Teddy for most of it, Tito for some. But it's mostly just Teddy. Of course, I slip up sometimes because he has been Tito for all of his life almost. So I'm going to grab some more treats quick in here. So I just put them in there. I'm going to open it up, tell him wait. Okay, good boy. And I'm going to do this one more time. Take a whole bunch of treats, toss them in there. Good, Kendall, yes, good boy. Lots of positive marker words throughout all of this. I'm actually just going to open it up. I'm not going to give him that command. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Yes. So this was his kennel and wait command. We're going to go move on to something else now. But of course, you're going to have to practice this when you come home to make sure he knows how to do it with you. At the go home, if I won't be showing you, someone else will be showing you all of his commands and how to do everything with Tito. He listens very well to multiple different people, so I'm sure he'll do phenomenal for you, but I just want to set you up for the best success with. So here is Teddy again. We are going to be doing Teddy's basic sits and downs. Now these are one of his strongest commands, so I'm going to show you them. That way you can practice at home. So I'm going to grab some treats out of my pocket. Some treats. Here. Sit. Yes. Good boy. Those positive marker words really help a lot. Down. Oh, that is not a down, buddy. Over here. Good boy. Go. Down. You do it once you lay down. Good boy. Come. Sit. Yes. Down. Good boy. Come. Sit. Yes. I'm gonna wait for him to chew them now. If he hasn't chewed down. Good boy. Do you want to do a roll over? Roll over. All the way. Yes, good boy. We like to practice tricks a lot just because it makes things fun. Sit. So sit is sit. So it's almost like you're raising their nose to the sky. Sit, kind of rocking back. Sit. Wait till he's done itching. Good boy, Teddy. You're a good boy, huh? All right, come on. Really? You're gonna keep itching? Okay. Good boy. Sit. Raising that nose up. And then the down is pushing their nose down to the ground. Down. Good boy. And I apologize if he looks a little wet. Come. Sit. It has been raining all day today, so keeping them dry has been an impossible matter. Down. All the way. Good boy. So I'm going to say it only one time. Down is down or pointing to the ground, either 4 fingers or 1 finger. It doesn't really matter. Come. Yes, down. All the way from the stand. Good boy. Come. Yes, good boy. Sit. Yes. And then one more down. Good boy, Tito. Good boy. Good Teddy. Good boy. Good boy. All right, so that was the basic sits and downs. We are going to move on to something else now. Oh my goodness. He just wants attention. That's all he wants. So here we have Teddy again. We are going to be doing his sit stays and down stays in this video. Now my phone does not have much storage, so I apologize if it cuts out, but I'm hoping we can get all of this in one video. I'm gonna come over me, sit, stay, put him in that sit stay. Now I can do whatever I want. I can walk around, I can make noise, and he is gonna stay in that sit stay until I give him that release word. This is perfect because I don't want him to swivel on his butt and follow me around. If I were to go around him, I want him to only turn stay. I only want him to turn his head. I'm gonna try that again. Stay. Good. Close. Looks like he's gonna lay down. Stay. So that's what I want him to do. Only turn his head. And I go around. Now he can keep this for multiple minutes, but for the purpose of this video, I want to keep it short. That way you can go through, or I can go through all of the commands with you in this one video and not run out of time, or I want his full attention for each command. So it's basically just a run through like we do in training, and he looks like he's gonna fall over, so I'm gonna give him that release word. So I'm gonna go up and praise him. Ooh. Good boy, nice and gentle praise. Okay. Yes. Take a couple steps away. That way he knows it's not a touch release, and give him that release word. And no treats during this either. I only want to give him treats during at the end. Come. Sit. Stay. Up. Stay. I'm going to walk out of the room, actually, reminding him, stay. Good boy. And I can give him positive marker words throughout all of this. As I walk around, I can give him positive marker words. That way he knows he's doing a good job. Sit. Stay. When he breaks like that, I want to bring him all the way back to that spot and put him right back in that spot without luring him into that spot and putting him in the sit stay again. because I want him to know that was not a nice behavior. I want him to follow through. So I picked him up, put him right back down. Now he is a big boy, so you can like walk him over by the collar or guide him over to that spot, sit him down, and tell him to stay again, because you want him to follow through. You want him to know what you're talking about. It just makes it easier on them. They understand, oh, I wasn't supposed to do that, rather than if you restart, it kind of means, oh, I can just do it again, because I don't really understand, because we're just redoing the command again. And that's the same as with treats. You don't want to give them treats during it, because you want to have them work for that end reward. So if you give it to him in the beginning and he just broke like that, then you'd be like, oh, I already got my reward that I was looking for, so I don't really need to look forward to it in the end. So he's been sitting there now since I put him back, so I'm going to go up and praise him, tell him he's being a good boy. Good boy, Teddy, good boy. Stay. Remember, he's still in that stay even if I walk away again. And I want to go up closer before I give that release. Okay. Good boy. Because I don't want to build anticipation as I'm walking away. I don't want to give the release word from way over there, because then he's going to be like, oh, is she going to give it to me? Is she going to give it to me? He's not going to know what to expect. So by walking up close, releasing it right there, it's a nice, easy release, which really helps. Come. Down. Then lay down. Stay. Put him in that down stay. So same with this, no treats in the beginning or during, only at the end. Even if they lay down, tell them to stay. Once they're down, they know that they're not going to get a treat until they're done staying. In this case, it's the same with Tito. Or Teddy, sorry. Again, I'm going to walk out of the room like I did last time. Letting him stay with that flat open hand. Good boy. I'm not even going to make eye contact. I'm just going to walk across the room. Walk around. I'll walk over here. And this is really nice to do in public settings as well, because it teaches them how to work through distractions, how to follow through, how to see people walking by, see cars going by, like in stores, outside parks, things like that, to know all of those distractions and still be focused on the trainer or the handler of the dog. That way they know to tune in, to focus. And then it's also important that they have time where they can free run, they can have fun, they can explore, they can do what they want, but still come back to you. But they can have more time to develop, explore, be adventurous, things like that. Those are also very important, especially to get that extra built up energy that a dog would just have just sitting around somewhere. It's really important. All right, so he's been sitting here for quite a long time, especially just listening to me talk. Obviously, he's very good at this. He just kind of waits. Good boy. You're a good boy. Yes, you are, Teddy. So without even going up, I'm going to just give him that release word here in a couple minutes, or in a couple seconds, I mean. So I'm just going to walk around. Okay. Good boy. Good boy, Teddy. Good boy. Good boy. And he's been doing very well with the name change. It might be harder for me than it is for him. Good boy. Down. Stay. Good boy. So I'm going to put him right back into one of those down stays. And we're going to do the same thing, just make some noise. So I'm going to actually come over here and close some crates. Remind him to stay with that flat open hand. Stay. So I don't want him to go on his back, because that is a break in command. So I want him to either be on his side or on his belly in just like a regular down. This is okay because he is on his side, but if he were to roll over to his back, I'd want to either tap my fingers on the floor, get him to come back over, because that is kind of a break in the command. He wants his belly rubbed. So that is a break. So I just want to correct that before it he keeps doing it. So I'm going to keep this one short. Just like I said before, I want to be able to squeeze all of these commands in this video. So I'm going to go up and praise him, tell him he's being a very good boy, and then I'll give him that release word. Good boy. Come here. You get pets if you stay on your side. So I don't want to pet his belly because that's what he wants. I just want to pet his head. Okay. Yes. Good boy. Good boy. And he knows that release word of okay. Good boy, Teddy. Good boy. Good boy. Yes. Oh, you're going to fall. So here we have our placemat. We are going to be working on this command today. I didn't tell you to come on there. Good boy. So I'm going to show you how we go over that. I'm going to go to the bed. Place. Good boy. We've been practicing going from place from long distance, but you're going to have to work on that when he comes home. I'm not going to show that in the video just because it is still a work in progress. And he's not very in tune to it, so we're just going to do this place for right now, where I just point to the bed close up, he gets on. And again, this is no treats in the beginning, during, only in the end when he is done with this command. Good boy. It is much less structured than a sit stay or a down stay. They can do whatever they want on that bed. They can lay down, they can sit up, they can spin around, roll over. They can even chew a toy or a long-term treat while they're on there. That way they don't get bored. But we just want them to stay on that bed until we give them the release word. And then they can come off. Now, for the purpose of this video and me teaching you and showing you how Teddy here does it, I'm not going to give him any toy or long-term treats, just because we focus on having them stay content alone on that bed. And then when they come home, if you want to introduce a treat or a toy, that is up to you. But for right now, we like them to stay content being alone. That way they don't always depend on something to be there for them to keep them occupied. We want them to stay nice and calm on their own on that bed. Now this place command is very handy. If you have guests coming over and they don't want to be rushed by dogs, you can send them to his place. Wait for your guests to come in, everything to settle down, then release them. That way they're nice and calm, everything's settled down, they go up nice and greet them without being so excited. They kind of get their excitement out while they're on that bed and realize, it's fine, they're just new people, we're gonna go up and nicely greet them without being bombarded, which is really nice and really handy to have in their training book. As well as if you can't pay full attention to them, you want to walk out of the house or out of the room, and you haven't given them full access yet, they're still on that tether. You can also put them on the bed. You can also put them on the placemat until you come back in or something like that. That way they can stay nice and content on the bed while you go do what you got to do without paying attention to them. And then once you come back in the room, you want to put them back on that tether. You can do that. I apologize, I did run out of storage, but as I was saying, you know that they're on that bed not getting into mischief, which is always nice to know, and have peace in mind while you're in the other room or going out to grab something out of the car or something like that. It's really nice to have. Good boy. Good boy, Teddy. That is so good. That is such a good boy. Oh, don't fall off. Over your belly. So as I was saying before, my phone keeps running out of storage, so I'm going to try and make this quick for the video. But you can give them praise because... Oh, okay. I thought it ran out of storage again, but we're good. You can give them praise because it is a less structured command. And it's okay for them to get praise on the bed because they can roll over, they can show their belly, things like that. It is perfectly fine for them. So I'm going to go up and praise him, tell him he's being a good boy. I had to leave the room a few times to check on something, but we're going to try this. He was perfectly fine. He stayed on there the whole entire time. I haven't taken him off yet. So we're going to give him that release word of, okay. Good boy, Teddy. That's a good boy. Good boy. Yes, good boy. So we're going to try it. Hey, you go. Place. Come on. Yes, good place. Good boy. Turn the phone back on him. Now I'm just gonna make this a couple seconds because we do want it to be positive. We want him to enjoy it. So I'm only gonna make it a couple seconds. That way I can squeeze in one more video. Huh. That's a good boy. That is a very good boy. Good boy. And nice praise when you do go up and praise them. You want to be nice and gentle. That way they stay calm while you're calm. And they don't get riled up thinking, oh, I'm super excited. Maybe I missed a release word, hop off the bed because they're so excited. And then they messed up and they're feeling bad because they know they messed up. So we just want to remind them that it's okay. And keep it extra calm. That way they don't get riled up and accidentally mess up on their own and think that they did something bad because unintentionally it was probably your fault for riling them up. Okay. Yes, good boy, Teddy. Good boy. So this was Teddy's place command, and I hope you enjoyed it. Teddy did very well, and I hope that you have a success at home and you're able to do it as well. So I'm going to show you a little bit about leash walking, just really quick. It is a little hard in the garage and it is raining outside, so I'm not able to go outside. So I'm going to take those treats in my hand. He is very good on a leash, but I'm going to show you how to lure just in case you have issues. This way. I want him to follow right along my left side. And I dropped it. There you go. No, it drops again. These treats are kind of hard to chew. This way. Good boy. And then give him a treat when he's being a good boy. Like he keeps dropping them, but that's okay. This way. Good boy. This way. You can also just lure his nose and then eventually, this way, give that treat. I don't want him to pull out in front of me. I'm going to say, if he does. I'm going to wait for that slack. He's getting slack, so I'm going to say, okay, this way. And then start walking again. Give him that treat. Good boy. This way. So I don't want him to be jumping like that, so when he does do that, I'm going to say, I'm not giving him too many treats just because he isn't really chewing them, which I don't want to happen. This way. I want him to chew them before he swallows them so he doesn't choke. This way. And if I want to turn this way, I'm going to say this way. Already turning him and going. That way he realizes he is almost like on a swivel. This way. Already as we're turning. That way he doesn't run into me. This way. Good boy. I'm going to let him chew them really quick. You did not just chew them, huh? No, you did. And then this way is the same thing. Good boy. I want him to stay to the outside of me. This way. Inside this way. And then the outside this way. Good boy. This way. Good. And then eventually give him that treat. All done. You already had one. So we're going to do that this way. So he goes in front of me and I'll say, easy. Wait for him to give me slack. Or coax him back to my left side. This way. This way. Come on. This way. Good boy. And you don't always have to use treats. This way. Good boy. This way. This way. Good boy, Teddy. Good boy. And of course, it's going to be different. You're going to be walking in a lot of straighter lines than just back and forth in your garage. But it is good to practice. Stop. It is good to practice. It is good to have the proper leash skills in mind. That way you know how to correct him if he does mess up or anything like that. If he's not sticking by your left side with slack, you know how to correct that.